What is up, guys? So I haven't uploaded a video since the episode of the Rantcast where we went over Apple's September 2018 special event, and now I am here to give my actual thoughts very briefly of the presentation. First off, obviously they talked about the Apple Watch Series 4. Now my Apple Watch is first gen, you know, they don't support it anymore, so of course I pre-ordered the Series 4 44mm, and actually the next two videos you see on this channel will be the iPhone XS Max unboxing and the Apple Watch Series 4 unboxing. As you guys know, I've been using the iPhone X since it came out in November. It's been a great phone, but you know, I might as well upgrade just to get the new one. Why not? So Apple Watch Series 4. The biggest change to this watch is the size of the screen. They went from 38mm and 42mm to 40mm and 44mm, but the size, the physical size of the watch is still the same. But they did the same thing they did with the iPhone X pretty much, and shrank bezels to make the screen bigger in the same like form factor of a watch. Other than that, you have the new electrocardiogram, and in the Rantcast, I know I said EKG a million times. Technically it's ECG, but I've heard it called both, so I don't know what the deal with that is, but either way, it has that. But apparently the app to be able to take an electrocardiogram is not coming until later in the year, which they didn't mention in the keynote, but if you watch the Apple Watch Series 4 promo video, you can see the little fine print at the bottom saying ECG app later in the year. Now on to iPhone XS, which is the only other thing that they really announced throughout the whole event. So XS, same thing as the 10 pretty much, new processor, better cameras. Apparently the screen now has a higher dynamic range on it, which is always a good thing. But the phone I am excited for is the XS Max. I did pre-order it. My case, actually, if you check this out right here, guys. XS Max silicone case, and if I, you know, stick my 10 next to it, there's a pretty big size increase right there. So the XS Max is going to be the same physical size as the iPhone 8 Plus or 7 Plus, but the screen obviously will stay as, you know, this nice bezel, pretty much bezel free. The notch is still going to be there, but other than that, you know, bezel free, a lot nicer than the iPhone 8 and 7 displays, in my opinion. Now, iPhone XR, this is kind of reminding me of the iPhone 5C a little bit, so hopefully it's not going to suck as much as the 5C did, because that phone, ooh, they should have just kept the 5, if I'm being honest here. The XR is going to be available in 6 colors, and not until October though, so it's pretty much the same thing that happened with the 10 last year. They're delaying the pre-order, probably because it's a new manufacturing thing that they have to do, because it is a LCD screen instead of a OLED screen like the iPhone X and XS have. So that's about it for hardware. They did briefly go over some software. New tvOS came out on Monday, friggin' iOS 12 came out on Monday, which there is a couple of new things in it. The new gimmick now, instead of just Animoji, you now have Memoji, and you know, this really doesn't look like me, like, at all. I put on a black Santa hat, just, you know, why not? I'll make it red in December or something like that. But also now, instead of just your face, you get some tongue detection in there. Yep. Yeah, this is why you spend $1,500 on an iPhone XS Max right here. On a real note though, iOS 12 is actually way better than iOS 11 is. This iPhone, literally 5 times faster than it was before updating to iOS 12. And this is already a year old. Still outperforming the Galaxy Note 9, by the way, so Samsung, you got some catching up to do. Either way though, guys, that's pretty much it for the very brief Apple September event recap. Honestly, I pretty much only made this video because I wanted an excuse to use this camera. In case you guys are wondering, no, I'm not using the iPhone to film this time. Well, that's a change for once, right? I'm using a Canon C200 cinema camera. And this thing, guys, you see, like, I can't ever get this, like, bokeh behind me with the iPhone camera. The lens I'm using on here, 16mm, really shallow depth of field, you know, you can like change it like that. You know, see, it's darker, but you know, more stuff's in focus. That's just how it works. But either way, guys, this is going to be used to record the unboxing of the Apple Watch and the iPhone XS Max. Trying to make up for the garbage job I did last year. There's going to be at least 2 angles this time, and James again is going to be operating this camera, the C200. I do have a zoom lens that can be put on it. This is the lens that will be used to record those unboxing videos, just because it's not a prime lens like I'm using now. It has a variable zoom, but the aperture isn't as wide as the prime lenses, but the zoom will definitely make up for that because, you know, it's optical zoom instead of just trash digital zoom. Either way though, guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, as usual, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and come back on tomorrow, actually, I guess, for the iPhone XS Max and Apple Watch Series 4 unboxing.